finally showing up, all of that, and really just accepting where I am right now. Here's my future me. I love it because it's a lot less pressure on me to just get things, perfect and concise.
So this is the progress I've made so far. I mean, most of this was from another day. I think I've maybe cut 10, probably less than 10 stickers. That might be a little bit generous of me to say, but I have one full set finished, and these are my working sets. I know that I need to get at least this order out today, and then I might be able to do this one tomorrow. It's very tedious and time-consuming work. I have all of my sheets here, but that's how it is right now.
I really struggle with is scarcity.
Wow, okay, I'm trying to do a lot of things at once, and I'm not sure that it's really working. So it is Wednesday now, and I finally finished cutting the rest of my next sticker order. It is just so time consuming to have to cut it by hand and to not be able to use my Cricut, but I still have so many of these sheets to hand cut anyway, and I would hate for it to go to waste. And that was actually a commitment that I made to myself early on when I first started my sticker shop, was just to be mindful of the waste, just mitigating it whenever possible and making eco-conscious decisions. I do realize that when people think sticker shop or stationery in general, you don't necessarily equate that with being eco-friendly, but I do believe that we can make moves in that direction, and that's why it made so much sense to work with No Issue for today's studio vlog. No Issue's commitment to sustainability makes it possible for small shops like myself to bring environmentally friendly packaging into how we run our business. No Issue has an online design tool that is super simple to use. I was able to create these custom cards and a custom stamp for my packaging, and when you work with No Issue, you can sign up for an Eco Packaging Alliance badge to place on your website or shop, certifying that you use eco-friendly packaging. And No Issue takes it a step further by committing to the reforestation of areas in need by planting one tree for every order. No Issue offers free shipping worldwide, and you can also opt for faster shipping for additional fees. Their online design tool is super simple to use. I was able to navigate through it with little to no direction. The designers at No Issue will send you a proof of your design before production, and they are super friendly and really quick to reply to any questions that you might have. Really appreciate that No Issue is very small business minded in that they offer a lot of resources to small business owners like myself, such as their creative community, which is a global network of designers, illustrators, agencies, and more. They're industry experts who offer expertise and advice on running a small business, such as accounting practices to fulfillment solutions, and their events hub. You do have to apply to join, but this is a network of No Issue approved markets, so it's a great place to just kind of make connections. There are a ton of custom packaging options with No Issue, including this custom wooden stamp. I chose the 8cm by 8cm one. They also have a 3 by 3cm and a 5 by 5cm option for the wooden stamp, and it comes with an ink pad. I love that it takes my sticker packaging to the next level without adding extra things to it, because that was something that I wanted to be really mindful of when packaging an order. Yes, it's happy mail, and I want the person on the receiving end to have such a wonderful experience opening their sticker order. At the same time, I don't want to send them all this extra stuff that they're not going to use, and simply being able to stamp my logo on the back of the envelope just is sort of like the chef's kiss for how I want to do my sticker packaging. I also decided to finally update my thank you cards, and let me say that this elevated my sticker packaging in a way that I didn't know that it could. Prior to this, I was printing my cards at home on just glossy paper that I already had. It wasn't very sturdy, but again, it was something that I had, and I think that's fine. If you're trying to be eco-friendly, you should definitely look at what's available to you. I was printing those cards on demand, and finally when I used that last set, I felt like it was just time to make the switch. And when I saw that No Issue offered these 100% recycled paper custom card options that are printed with soy-based inks and are 100% compostable, I just thought that it was a match made in heaven. So I chose to go with the A5 size cards, but you can also order the A6 and rack card options if you have different needs for your business. So when these cards first came in, I was so excited. I opened the box and realized that the back side was accidentally printed on the front side. I'm not sure if you guys will be able to see it on the camera, but the glossy side should have been the front design, and unfortunately that was not the case. So I reached out to No Issue, and they were so kind and so quick to respond to my inquiry, and they shipped me a fresh new batch of cards. It was printed with the cover design on the front, but one of the images actually is supposed to be on the back side. This little guy right here is supposed to be on the back, like this card. Then I reached out to No Issue again. They were probably sick of hearing from me, but they were so gracious, and they sent me another batch, the final batch, and this is how the correctly printed card is supposed to look, with the front design semi-glossy and the backside matte. Let me be honest, it was super unfortunate that my cards were printed incorrectly the first time, and again the second time, but in the end I really appreciate how No Issue handled my order. I feel like they could have easily brushed me aside, but every step of the way they reassured me that the products I ordered would be the products that I received, and they followed through on that promise. Yes, it did take 3 card prints to get there, but never once did I feel like I was being a burden or that I was bothering them. And I just feel like that is really important if you're a small business owner. You have so much to worry about already, and then if something like this happens, you want that peace of mind that you know you're working with another company that is going to make it right. In my opinion, No Issue's commitment to sustainability and eco-friendly systems, coupled with their we'll make it right attitude, makes them the most obvious choice for small businesses like myself and like you guys. So if you want to check out some of their smart small business resources, I'll have a link in the description box below. In case you're wondering, I still plan on using the misprints because I'm a huge believer in use what you have, and it would be a shame to let them go to waste. morning, everyone. We're back at my desk to fulfill another sticker order. It's the last one currently in my queue, so I just want to get that sent out. That way they can get their stickers, and just so that I can feel like there's a little bit of room to breathe again. I do have a lot of content related things to take care of today, but I would also really like to just do some shop prep as I was doing yesterday. I really do my best to prep in advance. That way I have 5 of everything ready to go. But I blew through that pretty quickly with all the orders that I received. And I guess I should have been more prepared for orders to be coming in at such a high frequency, because I had the opportunity to talk with Roy, Penboy Roy, and Tom from Ink Journal on their podcast. It's honestly something that I am really pained to talk about, just because the interview was not my best. I was so freaking nervous, and the thing is, they're such amazing people, but I was so panicked to the point where halfway through the interview, my back started like seizing up. It was terrible. I mean, talking to them was great, but that part of it, the physical and emotional toll that it took on me, was not so great. And I have already recorded this, but I'm planning on launching a super secret podcast. And the first episode will be me talking a little bit about my experience on the Pentertainment podcast in a little bit more detail. So if you want to find out where this super secret podcast will be, make sure you sign up for the newsletter. There will be a link in the description box below. Anyways, super grateful for the opportunity. And as a result, a lot of people who listen to Roy and Tom's podcast very kindly went over to my shop and ordered a few things. So if you happen to be watching this video, thank you so much. And thank you for your patience. I am still hand cutting the stickers, as you can see, so it is quite a tedious and time consuming task, but I'm doing my best here. Sort of random, but on top of the sticker shop and content goals and to-dos that I have listed for today, one of my other goals is to finish my coffee before 11, preferably 10:30. It's 9:30 right now. I realize that probably sounds a bit odd, but on the days that I do have coffee, it takes me a while to finish it. I really savor the experience of sipping on my coffee while I'm working, and sometimes I get carried away with whatever it is that I'm doing, and then I forget about my coffee, and then I remember it. So the reason why I want to try to finish my coffee a little bit earlier is because I have a hard time sleeping. I'll wake up in the middle of the night and will be up for a half hour to an hour, and then I'll wake up tired the next morning. So my hope is if I can finish my coffee an hour or 2 earlier, then I will have some time for the caffeine to wear off and I won't be waking up in the middle of the night. I don't know. We'll see.
Also, a nice touch is this right here.
どう？綺麗でしょ？悪い子ね。また。
Something that I touched on yesterday was the idea that you should use what you have around you. And I say this not just for practical reasons. You know, when you're first starting any business, but you know, in this particular context, we're talking about a sticker shop. You might not have all the bells and whistles, and there are a lot of really inspiring sticker shops out there who have the most gorgeous aesthetic packaging. And in no way am I trying to shame anyone for being able to do that and for doing what they want with their brand. I personally would love to eventually do that for my own shop, but I kind of just needed to start, and if I was waiting for the perfect packaging, then I don't know, maybe I would have started now, or it would have taken much longer. So I don't know, you can take that for what it is. If I'm able to do things such as use eco-friendly packaging, like my custom cards and custom stamp, or reusing these little sticker strips. I have so many of these, and actually it's funny because I don't even know where the rest of these are. I have like full length strips that I haven't cut down yet. I'm sure they'll turn up somewhere. But even things like this, being as scrappy as reusing these little sticker strips to write my little thank yous to seal my envelopes, and making my own little paper envelopes versus using plastic. Again, I'm not trying to knock any decisions that other small businesses make, you know, to each their own. My goals can be very different from even your goals as a sticker shop owner if you run your own small business with other products. But it was a very personal and intentional decision for me to be as scrappy and resourceful as possible. Will this last? I don't know. I don't know in terms of the time and energy it takes to put together an order, if it's something that I can keep up with. And that's actually something that my friend Danny brought to my attention in one of my earlier studio vlogs. But for now, this is what I want to do, and it's what, you know, currently works for me. So I guess I'm just kind of going on a bit of a tangent, but use what you have, and then once you've run out of whatever it is that you have, consider looking into eco-friendly options. Another note on my packaging, I do want to make some updates. I have a list that I have not tended to yet, just like small things to refine my packaging, make it a little bit more streamlined. I think I was feeling really inspired by my new cards and stamp. I truly did not realize how much of an impact it would have on the overall look of my orders. So it has me excited to make other updates, again with that sort of eco-conscious value in mind. I want each thing that goes into these sticker orders to make sense. I want people to be able to reuse as much of it as possible, and if they choose not to, then they can, you know, chuck it in the recycling, and we both feel good about that. We don't have to worry about the guilt of extra plastic or excess things.